Something let go. Oh no. With no motorcycle experience, I set off from the top of Alaska to ride around the planet to the bottom of New Zealand. I'm calling it the Big Spiral. We're in West Africa, and this is the next day of my adventure. Good morning. Let's head into Benin, but first we have a little problem to solve. All right, so this is Cowie, and this is the door. Okay, I got through yesterday, but now I'm going through the hard way. I have to go uphill. Okay. Thought it might be wise to do without the bags on. Line it up here. Oh, this is hard. That was stupid. That was stupid. Okay. That was always going to happen, wasn't it? Okay, I walk it up. Okay, I'm kind of embarrassed now. I'm not sure if that'll make an edit. Okay, well that was never going to work. That opening was way too small to go through with the speed required. I should have realized that. Alright, let's head into Benin. Okay, apparently this way to the border. Ooh, there's the bridge. You can see everybody's doing their laundry down there. I think that's... Bonjour. Oh. Bonjour, ça va?
On va où?
Benin.
Benin.
Oui.
Il y a quoi dedans?
Mon vêtement, the toothbrush, yeah.
Carte.
Hmm?
Carte d'identité.
Card? Oh, wait. Okay.
C'est où vous allez?
Benin.
C'est où vous allez? Vous allez quitter où?
Atakpame.
Atakpame. Atakpame.
Saint Martin. Oui.
Come from Atakpame. You go to Benin.
Oui.
Okay. What is it?
I have like some camera stuff inside.
Let me see.
Some battery, camera, and then this is
A picture.
yeah, for picture, yeah.
What is it?
This is a drone.
Drone.
Yeah.
This camera.
Yeah, marche pas. You know, I think they're just more curious than anything. But yeah, he was a little more nosy than the previous ones, so you start to get nervous that, you know, they start asking all these questions. But oh, there's a snake. Wow. Anyhow, 20k to the border. It seems to get more and more closer I get. The road's not too bad, but it is a bit sandy, and where all the bikes ride, it's a little bit of a rut. But yeah, here it's totally fine. But yeah, honestly, yeah, dirt road. This is what I prefer. In fact, I'm doing this border crossing just because it's a dirt crossing. This cow's going down to drink. Another checkpoint. But who's checking? They were looking at their phones, so I keep going. Wow, that's a lot of cattle there. A lot of pointy horns too. Hi. Oh. Hi. Ooh, that's a big mud hole. I have the option to go around, so I think I will. Oh, maybe I don't have the option to go around. Oh yeah, I kind of do. Well, the road certainly is getting interesting. Look at that beast up there, just belching the smoke. Whoa. LA? LA, Benin. Yeah, like this? I don't know.
Quand tu viens dans un poste et avec les caméras, c'est quoi ça?
Dans le hôtel cette
Akbar
matin.
gỗ thịt tông gì? Akbar gỗ thịt tông gì? Nó cái thịt. Il est là plus de 6 caméras sur la moto.
Okay, well that was an interesting checkpoint there. Yeah, they really wanted my cameras. I don't know what else to say. Oh. Yeah, the one guy had a gun around him, and the end of the gun kept bumping into my leg. I was like, oh, this is freaking me out. Yeah, they end up looking through my GoPros and 360 and deleting the video where I arrive at their hut. But I've switched out my SD cards. So if you see that footage, it means that I was able to get it back. But yeah, now my tablet, I think my tablet's just overheated. So I'm heading towards the border without a navigation, but it should be fairly obvious, I would think. Okay, I think this is immigration. Alright, hopefully this goes a little better. Okay, yeah, it's Togo done. Okay, so... Oh, it's paved on the other side. Yeah. So fairly easy. The passport guy, like the last page of my passport is full. And he thinks that you have to stamp in order. Go to the last page that's been stamped and then stamp after that. But there's a whole bunch of blank pages before that because, you know, well, people, and especially with visas and stuff, they just put it anywhere. Okay, this must be Benin if it's paved. But yeah, he's like, I don't know where to stamp this. I'm like, you can just stamp it anywhere, it doesn't matter. La moto there? Me? La moto? Okay. You see? Okay. Bonjour. Tu voudrais passeport? Merci beaucoup. Okay, that was Benin immigration. It was so funny. I don't know why. But yeah, like the last page of my passport's full and they really want to stamp at the end. And then the next page after that says do not stamp. And I'm like, and they're about to stamp there. I'm like, oh, you can't really stamp there. It says do not stamp. So they found like a little spot to stamp in. Anyways, it's kind of funny. Like they can stamp anywhere. They don't, you know, there's lots of space before that, but do on this. This must be it. Okay, and customs is done. You know, I know other people with carnet de passages come through here, but the people never know. They look at it like they've never seen it, and maybe they haven't because maybe the people that work here keep changing. I don't know, but anyways, welcome to country number 28, Benin. And look at these rocks here. It's funny, like you change countries, all of a sudden the terrain completely changes. I don't know why is that. Anyways, I got like 90 kilometers to do, and it's gonna be off-road piste, and already into the market. Oh, that was a close one. I got a fishtail going on there. Kind of stuck here. Oh, it's because my tire's flat. That's why. Okay, I gotta fix my tire. My tire's flat. I gotta go to the shade there. Whew. The bike doesn't want to go straight. Whew. Let's go down here. Oh. I can't believe I didn't crash. The whole back of the bike was going woo woo. Like really like big angle. Or at least it felt like a big angle. The rim tape is completely off. Okay, here we go. I seriously, I don't know how I saved that. I was like, why is this? The bike was like so... I didn't know what was going on. I was like, why is it so crazy all of a sudden? I feel like... I thought it was like not riding properly, but yeah, I had a flat tire. Okay. I've got to take this off. Oof. At least the dust is blowing away from me. Mon pneu, pneu cassé. C'est bon ici, oui.
C'est bon ici.
Oui.
Il y a un pompe.
Yeah, oui.
Pompe qui appelle.
Pompe et une autre
Oui.
tube.
Oui.
Tu connais le tube?
Il y en a tout.
Yeah, oui.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Well, the wheel is quite warm, so it must have been fairly low for a bit. I think I mentioned before I lost my tire pressure gauge, so I don't actually know what pressure I had in, and so I got to find a new one. I just assumed it was okay and kept going, but it might not have been okay. But we'll see if I can find a source for the flat if it wasn't just low. Oh, well, there's your problem. No wonder it happened so instantly. My valve just ripped out of the tube. Glad I have an extra tube. The tire may have been low, but what happens is the tube rotates on the rim and it starts pulling on the rim. Anyways, this is garbage. I'm glad I have an extra tube. 2 tubes actually. But first thing I need to do is replace the rim tape. It's just completely thrashed from that. Yeah, well, there's the valve. All right, let's do that.
Bonjour. Ça va?
Ça va?
Ça va? Do you have everything?
Yes.
Okay. You don't fall down.
Almost. Almost. Very close.
Huh?
It's scary, but I'm okay.
Okay.
This road is very sandy, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You want to cut it?
No, I'm pulling. Thank you.
Now Canada is in icy.
Yeah.
It's too cold.
It's a bit cold. Too cold, yes.
Too cold.
But here it's maybe too hot.
Too hot.
No, not too hot. I sweat so much here.
I say that in Canada right now the weather is too cold now.
Oh, too cold?
Too cold.
Well, now it's starting to be warm in Canada now. Yeah.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Bonne journée.
Oui, bonne journée.
Something let go. Oh no. Oh, this is not good. I was worried. I don't know. I was a bit worried about this. Something let go in the tube as I was pumping it up. And crap. I think it may have something to do because I have. They say if you're gonna bring one tube, bring the front tube because it'll fit in the back. But the volume on this back tire is so big, and as I was pumping it up, I heard something like, oh, it went psh. So we'll take it apart again, see what happens. Oh, look at this. The whole thing split. That's garbage. I have one tube left. Okay, I have a plan. My other tube is also a front 21. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take this broken tube and the tube that was already in there, and I'm going to stuff them inside, and then I'm going to put this one in and inflate this one, and those ones are going to take up some volume in the tire. Now this tube has a repair in it, but hopefully that's okay. I actually remember I put that patch in Crowsfoot, Alberta. Alright, I got the original tube in there. I'm just going to cut the valve out of this one and then shove it in. Oh, same guy. Let's cut this valve out. And I'll just shove it in there, take up some space. Okay, fingers crossed this holds. Okay, I think my hack worked. Now I'm just gonna get in there. The guy who just stopped, he said there's a moto shop 2 kilometers down the road. So I might get them to check the pressure if they have a tire pressure gauge. The last tire place I went to in Ghana, they didn't have a pressure gauge. And maybe I can buy a tube there too, just in case. Okay, I'm looking forward to a cold drink. Okay, let's hope my fix holds up. 4:30. Yeah. Oh. This guy stopped before. Yeah. C'est bon, je pense.
Bon, c'est très bon.
Yeah.
Il y a toutes des pièces.
Mon français est pas bien.
Tu es mécanicien? Tu es un mécanicien?
Non, un peu.
Si c'est un mécanicien quoi.
Tu es un mécanicien. C'est une moto boutique ici?
Oui.
Ok. Je vois, je cherche pour les tubes. Tu connais tube?
Tout.
C'est le pneu?
Oui.
Le tube?
Oui.
Oui. Yeah. Aussi.
Dans la tout près ici quoi.
Okay. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Thank you very much. Thank you, merci.
Que Dieu bénisse.
Okay. Oh, he was a mechanic. I'm glad I could fix it by myself, but I really need to get a proper size spare tube, I think, because these 21s, yeah, it just split. I don't know how it split so easily, but it did. But oh man, that was quite the fright when the tire just, I didn't know at the time, all of a sudden the bike just started going fishtailing all over the place. But yeah, these tracks are quite sandy, and then they're filled with like it's a rut. Actually, I find it easier to stand, but maybe I should stand. I don't know, I just kind of want to be sitting if the tire goes flat again, you know. So okay, getting into a town here, I gotta find something to drink too. I drank all my water. It's actually a fairly big town. I see drinks here. Bonjour. Je cherche une boisson fraise. Ah oui, merci beaucoup. Et l'eau? Une grande boîte de l'eau? Ah oui, merci beaucoup. Oh man, that Coke went down unbelievably well. Now my next problem is the sun's going down. And it's maybe 50 kilometers to my planned accommodation. Oh, there's a shop. Lots of parts there. Okay, let's see. I should at least try to get a tube. Bonjour.
Ouais, comment?
Je cherche pour... tu connais tube?
Tube.
Tube.
Non.
Le pneu. Et dans le pneu, tu connais? Ah oui, oui, oui. 18.
Ça.
Pour devant, bien derrière.
Ah oui, oui, oui. C'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon. Combien pour ça?
C'est la 1500.
500?
1500. 1500.
1500, ok. Manomètre de pression de pneu? Pas ici, non? Ok, ok, merci beaucoup. I attract attention everywhere I go. Okay, yeah, the tire pressure gauge is maybe not something that's super popular. But I did get the right size tire, even though it's not heavy duty or anything, but it'll work. But yeah, the tire pressure gauge is... it's a tire shop that doesn't sell tire pressure gauges. Okay, let's keep going. Oopsie. Just gonna check the tire. No, it seems like it's rolling fine. Just want to look. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay. Oh, you start thinking, and the bike moves around, you start thinking, and you're like... Yeah, the surface here is pretty skatey. It's like, what do you call it? Loose over hard pack. So it's like kind of like a marble, sandy surface. And then under you get like a hard clay layer. So it's a bit like riding on marbles. Look at this thing. It's a three-wheeler. Oh boy! It's paved! Oh, perfect. Still a little ways to go, but a lady on a bike, so good. Alright, well I made it to my hotel. Well, my face is clean. I never realized how dirty my face is. I was watching back footage and I'm like, okay, at the start of this tire job, my face looks pretty good. And then by the end it looks super dirty. And I was like, what? I guess I was just sweating so much that I was just going like this all the time, or just, and my face just covered in dirt. I must have, yeah, no wonder I had people surrounding me and with my face. Anyways, slightly embarrassing, but I had no idea I was doing this. But when I got back to the hotel, I'm like, man, the dust must have been really bad today. But yeah, it was actually me touching my face after handling the tire. Oh, I didn't capture that moment on camera. Yeah, the back end, like, I think the tire went flat and the back end of the bike went left, right, at least 3 or 4, 5 times, something like this. And I really thought I was gonna crash. And then the bike stopped perpendicular on the road, like you saw in the video. Like I turned the cameras on right after it happened, and it was basically pointing exactly 90 degrees from the direction of travel. And you know what I think what happened is that the surface is so slippery, and then the tire went flat, and basically the tire gets, like, it's a big wide tire. It's a bit too wide for the bike. Like it clears, but if it goes flat, it may get stuck on the swing arm and the tire stops turning. And then with that loose surface, it's really easy for it to stop turning. So I think what happened is I came to like this, I basically skidded to a stop, but the back end was like swinging around all over the place. And oh man. So, and I'm not really sure the source of the problem. Like maybe the tire went low because I didn't have a tire pressure gauge, but it felt fine all day. When I looked at the tire, I did find like a nail in there like this long, but it was in one of the knobs. And so I'm not sure if that nail actually went all the way through to allow the tube to puncture. It might have not. So I put that first tube in, and the first tube failed because I think it was expanded too much. It grew too much. So that tube grew too much, and basically I think it just popped, like as if you blew up a balloon and you kept blowing and blowing. Eventually it popped. Although I think that tube was probably kind of crap. But yeah, it was pretty deflating when the first tube popped when I was trying to inflate it. The second one seems to be holding with the extra spare tubes inside to kind of take up the space. So, you know, the last time I got a flat was all the way back in BC on like the 4th or 5th day of my trip. And then I got 2 that day and then 1 the next day. So I basically had 3 in a row. And then since then I've had nothing. I think in Nebraska it was running low, but it seemed to fix itself. So that's definitely the sketchiest moment I've had on the bike throughout the whole trip, and I didn't get on camera. So, anyways, maybe we should update the map quick. Okay, here's our map of Africa. So in the last ride we went something like this, and then today we started around there, and then drove up. And then crossed basically like this into Benin, and then rode basically straight this way to Abomey, and actually country number 28, Benin. So yeah, crazy. We're nearly in Nigeria, amazingly, and it just feels kind of crazy to be all the way in this part of Africa. You never think in your life you'll end up in Africa like this, but here I am. So yeah, that was a crazy day. That was a crazy day. But actually, it's I like that it's hard and it's difficult, and I like to suffer a little bit. Maybe I'm a type 2 fun kind of guy. Is that the right thing? The right wording? Yeah. Well, if you enjoyed the video, I'd love if you subscribed. And there's some links in the description. If you want to see all my other Africa videos, there's a Africa playlist down there, along with everything else, really. So, because I came from Canada to here. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.